All right, we're joined by Rapids defender Rob Holding. We'll open up to questions.
Rob, in another universe, you probably have 2 goals tonight. Just on set pieces, what was working well for you, and really the whole team? I mean, you looked really good as a team offensively.
Yeah, we've been working obviously with Rob Birch, who's come in now with the gaffer for the offensive set pieces, and we have a belief that we're going to score each time we attack it, and like the delivery was spot on tonight. It's like you said, another day probably score 2, but I just care about the win really. We needed a bounce back after last week, so yeah, if anyone that scores the goals, we're happy.
Rob, a lot of pre-kick movement, not dissimilar to Arsenal. Is there some shared KSE brain trust with some of the set-piece stuff?
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit. You can see the similarities. I mean, Arsenal have been one of the best set-pieces teams this season, so why would you not have a look at what they're doing and try and implement it yourselves? But it's all about timing and putting the ball in the right areas, and then us making the runs to get on the end of it.
What's Lucas doing so well 2 games into the season?
Yeah, I mean, for, what is he, 18, 19? 18, yeah. He's super composed, super relaxed, nothing seems to faze him. On the ball, comfortable, plays out under the pressure, and that's what the gaffer wants, the way that we play now. And he got himself a goal today, which is great, I was gutted because he got the oar, and I was like, I've not had one yet, so I was desperate for it, and I've had 2 chances to get an oar, and then he comes first home game and gets the oar, and it looked like a Union Jack as well, the oar today, so I was a bit upset about that, but nah, it's all jokes. But he's a really good player, and you'll just keep getting better and better each week.
Rob, the Coach Wells said the team needed to play with more personality this week. How was that like in training, and how did that translate to the match today?
Yeah, the day after the Seattle game, we stayed up there for the night, and we were training. The lads that didn't play were training at Washington University, and it was an intense session where it was just like a whole guns blazing type thing, and just go and score goals, get around each other, short spaces, sprinting around. So that was like a way for us to just sort of let off steam and get that energy up, and then it just sort of translated into the Wednesday-Thursday session. And then, on today it was a massive chance for us to bounce back at home in front of our fans and show them that what we're all about this season.
How much more encouraging is it a day like today? You get a 2-0, shutout, but also the 2 goals contributed by the three of the new additions.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, Hamzat scoring and then Lucas scoring. Like there's lads that have just come in the building and been here for a few weeks, and sort of helping the team and pushing it in the right direction. So as long as we're all doing that and everyone's on board, like sky's the limit really. We can just keep getting better and better. Like we looked good today, but there's things that we could do better, and I'm sure the gaffer's going to tell us on Monday what it is that we need to do better. So that's the sort of culture, and every game week is like a new way to learn and get better and do things better.
What was different in playing from the back? I mean, it seemed last week maybe a little nerves, a couple turnovers, not so much today.
Yeah, maybe. Like you're at Seattle, you're on turf, you're away, playing against a team that have been together for a long time, who know each other inside out, and they were pressing. And maybe it's like a big occasion, and we could have been a bit more composed and a bit more seen the patterns a bit more. But yeah, we're at home, and that's where we want to dominate every game at home. So to do that from goal kicks, I mean, most of the way we got out today, we just went long. Like that was the tactic, and it worked like a treat. So Rafa was up there, nice and strong, held the ball, and then we all went and linked with him, and we got up the pitch. Sometimes you don't have to do a million passes to build out. If the space is there, use it.
Let's do a couple more.
You were out of the lineup in Seattle, back in today. Quality seemed undeniable. What does Matt Wells' philosophy of every shirt's available resonate with a veteran of your caliber?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not coming here like with my career so far and being like, I deserve to be playing even if I'm not trying. That's not who I am as a person, and even if it was, it wouldn't work with the gaffer anyway. So that's he made the decision last week to play Noah and Lucas, and I just took it and put my head down this week, worked hard, and knew that I could come in and do a job for the team today. And it'll be the same thing. Like Noah's going to bounce back Monday and come into training and run his socks off, and then I've got to compete with that, and then Lucas is under pressure. So that's the culture that the gaffer wants to build, and that goes for every position, not just at centre half where we made a change from last week. Every position there's people fighting and pushing each other.
Rob, going off of that, how do you feel health-wise, sharpness, physically?
Yeah, feel great. It's one of the toughest pre-seasons I've ever done with the gaffer, so I knew, even though I didn't play last week, stepping in this week, I'd be able to get through 90 minutes and be strong and comfortable. And that's exactly how I felt.
Catching up with Cole post game.
Yeah, it's good. I was literally just chatting to him then. He's going to stay in town for a day, catch up with his family and stuff, so probably grab a coffee tomorrow morning or something. But it was always good to see Cole. I got on with him really well, and he really helped me sort of moving over here for the first time and settling down and doing things away from the training ground and stuff. Like we went to the Rockies games and just sort of hung out at times. So yeah, he's a good friend and he's a good competitor as well. Like you saw today, he had that vengeance in his eye where he wanted to run round and make things happen, you know. So we had to control that, and I think Paxton and at times when the centre mids had to push up onto him, they did that really well and controlled him because we know he can be a threat.
You getting one of the 10 shirts that he's given out to people?
I didn't, but yeah, I'll always be able to grab one like later on. Everyone's going to be in the moment wanting to grab it, but I'll grab one of them later on. It is a nice shirt to me, but it does look good.